You know, there's a bit where you could put in an intro video now. I've got to do one of those. Why not? All righty, kids. We're talking about one of my favorite superhero groups and one of my favorite periods. I mean, one of them. I think in about 20 issues from when we're about to start here, it really starts. It's almost peak. But we're going to be doing covers from the 1970s run of Legion of Superheroes. This is when it kind of just got off of Adventure Comics. They're in Superboy, but now it's called Superboy starring the Legion of Superheroes. A little bit later, they'll drop the Superboy part of it, and it'll just be Legion, and they'll finally get their first self-titled. Alrighty. Tonight, I do apologize. Tonight, we were at the movies, me and Gail, and my daughter actually decided to go see this one. We went and saw Nosferatu, and that's why we're starting a bit late tonight. But we're here, we're ready, and y'all set to start this off there?
Yep.
And word has been put out to the sisters if they want to come on. Of course, that's always up to them. All righty, here you go. We're going to go for number 197, and here you are.
10.
Alrighty.
Hard to go against Nick Cardy, especially when you can see everybody. Yeah, 10.
Alrighty. Timberwolf, Dead Hero, Live Executioner. What do you think there, RDV?
Okay, it is Superboy. Okay, I didn't look at the title first. I'm like, wow, he looks like a midget. Timberwolf is, I guess, are they all supposed to be purple because it's nighttime?
They're not all purple. Just the only two wearing purple is Saturn Girl and Brainiac 5.
But look at the skin on them. Saturn Girl is on the right. She has like purplish skin.
No.
One
of them's green, and
his face for Timberwolf looks violet as well.
No. Are you seeing purple, Eric? Because I'm not seeing purple. Element Lad, all of them, none of them are purple. I guess maybe the costume is giving you an illusion of purple, but yeah, no purple.
Once like dudes agree with me, it's the scan.
No, I'm not seeing the purple on this scan.
But I'll go 8.
All righty. Okay, let's see. We've got a 10, we've got an 8, and how do I decide? Well, I decide the same as Eric. This is an incredible cover. I want this one. I've sold it a couple of times, but I want a copy for myself. I love the fact that they're highlighting Timberwolf. Timberwolf is what Wolverine wanted to be and did so much better and was far, far popular, but he is such a ripoff. Wolverine is absolutely a ripoff of this character, by the way. I've always enjoyed this. I like the background. The moon sets a good frame. Absolutely enjoyable. Give this a 10. Let's see. John Mintz, I'm drawing Cockrum Legion costumes tonight. I've got Element Lad and Wildfire ready to ink. Wildfire was my favorite comic book character for the longest time. John, I want to see this when you're done by all means. That would be absolutely awesome to see your take on it. Okay, let's see what the grades are. Jay is saying 10, Ethereal an 8, and Joe a 7. All righty. And I'll give it a solid 7, says Ice Tops. You guys just aren't getting what we're trying to do here. This is one of my favorite. I'm just kidding. John says 8. It's a scan RDV. Desert Rose says 10. So does Michael Taylor and one slick dude. So we get an 8 and 3 more 10s. All righty. And let's see what we got going on after Element Lad is pink, but Saturn Girl looks purple. Once again, I think you guys are seeing sort of an illusion because she's a smaller character. I am not seeing the purple. I'm not.
You're the one who actually needs glasses here, don't you?
197. This is a great cover that has action and shows off the heroes properly. Well designed. Score a Timber Wolverine 10. Yeah, Maranya gets it. All righty, and we've got Legion 197. There are some awkward proportions. It's a 7. Sorry, guys, says Henry. And then we have Dark Admiral giving this a 10. Alrighty, where can I send? Oh, just yeah. If you have I'm at England team. If you have a link here, you can share it. I'm just but I'm a big Legion of Superheroes fan. Up until Bendis, didn't read that. I read a few, and that's all I needed.
He can't post links. He's on a wrench.
Oh, right.
So he can send it to your email. If
Okay.
Your email is listed inside your actual description video.
I think so. I think I put them in there. I don't. Anywho, let's get this thing going. Let me get the stop. It's the Scanny because the Timberwolf costume is orange on the cover, but it's red here. All right. Let's get the stop. All right, and let's see where we stand here with 3 7s and 3 8s. That's 6, trying to take down 8 9s.
Yeah,
or 8 10. Excuse me.
So once like Dude said, the scan is off because he's actually orange on the main
he
book.
mentioned that. I saw that. All righty. Okay, that is we start off with a 10. It's a barely 10, but it did get a 10.
I never know if it's a coloring error or if it's a scan. It's hard to tell because sometimes they had coloring errors back then too as well. Yeah.
Alrighty, and let's see. RDV, it's your turn to start us off with issue number 198.
All right. You can't resist my atomic axe super bullet. Whoa.
You can't resist my atomic axe.
Use it with both hands.
Yep.
The fatal
you have become your own executioner. And hello, ladies and gentlemen, guys. Act appropriate. There's a lady present.
Oh,
or ladies.
Hi. Just me right now.
Hey, ladies.
Hey guys, what are we doing? Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes.
We're talking about Executioner's Axe.
Oh, okay.
Gonna go 8 on this.
Hi, Jay.
The guy in the yellow just looks muddled because it's putting gray like that or a dirty color on a black background. Kind of muddles them out.
And you're going 8?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Eric. Oh, I'm sorry. Amy and Melissa, what do you think?
Oh, well, it's just me right now.
Okay.
But let's see. These are, I guess I like the flat colors. I really don't know the characters, so it's kind of hard to say. But it seems like a good enough drawing, and it's got the little faces on the sidebar, which is fun. I think I'll give it an 8. Yeah.
Alrighty. And how about you, Eric?
I do like the quasi floating heads.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But if you look at the big member, whichever, who is that? The brain or?
Oh my gosh.
He's like a giant monkey.
I was actually gonna name him off, and it was like Emerald Empress, and then I went like the Executioner. That's the guy who's
from Marvel.
Blue. Validus is his name. The big guy's named Validus. Yes.
Really?
Well, his name should be Dorkopotamus.
Dorkopotamus. Okay.
That would be great.
He looks like he's got what's good.
Hi, Dorkopotamus. That just brings it down for me.
He's an incredibly powerful member of the
apparently not powerful enough to not look like a Dorkopotamus.
Can I ask, what was the thought process putting a spotlight on him in the front and like it's just like it's a dramatic theater play?
7.
7 from Eric. Alrighty, and I'm agreeing that this is an 8. It's never been one of my favorite covers, and part of the reason is how the Fearsome 5 are drawn on this cover. And you know what? You're right. Validus just looks goofy. The Executioner looks fat. So does the Emerald Empress, by the way. So yeah, there's a lot not going on, but it's still, yeah. Anyway, Jay gives it a 9. Michael Taylor gives it a 10. And then we've got let's see, Hoyto One Slick and Dark Admiral's in the house. Let's see. Joe says 9, says Ethereal. And we have Ice Tops with a 7 and One Slick with a 9, as well as Desert Rose. Alrighty. And it's the Lesters yet again, says Ethereal. Legion 198, I thought that the Fatal 5 was pretty cool. Unknown if they were based on the Frightful 4. It's a 7. I'm wondering, did they come before them? I've actually sold the first appearance of the Fateful 5 a couple of times.
I'm surprised, like, the girl's name Validus. Like, she needs validation.
Right. Alrighty. Let's say, oh, yeah, John and Henry are telling me it was Validus. I apologize. Sometimes I just forget words and I forget names that I've known forever and a day. 6 from John Mintz and an 8 from Dark Admiral.
It'll come back when you're not thinking about it.
That does happen sometimes.
So, Comic Axe, is that an energy construct, or just he just threw there and it like grows in weight?
Oh no, that is really an axe and it cuts through anything.
Like, does it have
Literally.
like? Because can he increase the weight of it? That's why he's struggling holding up.
It may be. The Legion of superhero villains are incredibly powerful, by the way, and they would have to be to defeat a team as big as the Legion of superheroes. I always thought that if any of these teams go back in time, they would nerf whatever team they go up against. Like the Fatal 5 should easily take out the Justice League because they are able to hold it to a standstill and sometimes defeat the Legion.
But what about the Justice Lords who does lobotomize people?
Yes. It's like Mordru. When they did Mordru in the past, he was not as powerful as he was when they get to
the flabulous.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Maranya says Superboy looks like a 70s rock star pose. Fatal 5 look appropriate. Dangerous Validus even more scary and not dorky. Score Bam Validus 10. Alrighty. And let's see what we got here. Once again, I'm going to put up the stop. Alrighty, and
yeah,
we will.
This looks like he's in a popcorn machine.
Alrighty. Let's see. We have 1 6 taking out one of those, 2 10s, and then 3 7s. Gets rid of the other 10, and then 2 of the 5 9s. And then we have 4 8s versus 3 9s, and the 8s win. And that's where this one lands.
Did you watch the Justice League versus the Fatal 5 movie they
Yes,
had?
I did. I really enjoyed it.
And wow, did the Fatal 5 actually look a lot more menacing.
Yeah, this is not the. Once again, like I said, this was never one of my favorite covers. Amy, it is your turn here, and here is issue 199.
Oh, okay. Ice Tops was asking if the Dorkopotamus was a girl, and no, Dorkopotamus isn't. It's there was a lady in green on the front cover.
That was the Emerald Empress. Yeah,
the Emerald Empress. Yes, so that's the girl character. Okay, I'll annihilate all of the Legion with a single blast. The gun that mastered men. I mean, it doesn't really look like a gun. Maybe like Mega Man's gun, but not exactly.
Well, it's attached to his hand. If you look, the gun is actually over Superboy's hand.
Oh,
And
okay.
then it's got a bulb, but on the bottom it actually has, I guess, a clip of some sort.
It looks like a magazine clip. It does actually.
I know, yeah.
That's odd. I mean, I guess it's okay. Some of the costumes are interesting.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll give it a 7. It's well drawn enough, and the inks are okay.
Okay, Eric, what do you say?
Well, first I would say, why bother to attach a weapon to his arm if you're going to take control of Superboy? Why don't you just have him?
He's Superboy.
Yeah, he can murder them all before they get the thing on his wrist.
If apparently the weapon is sentient,
like the axe.
Nobody, because the weapon is talking here.
Like Cyborg's mustache.
Yeah.
Inside baseball joke.
So it's the weapon that's saying I'll annihilate all of the Legion with a single blast, not Superboy.
Yeah, he's not very sentient then.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give this an 8.
Oh yeah,
the gun that governed men.
Alrighty, RDV, what do you think?
Well, I think you should have put a startup a long time ago.
Oh shit! Oh well, everybody's gone anyway.
I
Sorry.
stopped through a starting there.
Figured it out.
I always thought this was just a weird pose. He shot him. Why is he leaning back? He's like, oh yeah, just more, bro, more. It's just like he's enjoying the blast. It's not awkward. He's like his bet in half. Like what they should have done, if they're gonna have him like be hit by the blast, have it go through him. Isn't he like a robot?
No,
Or
no, that's just in the cartoon.
He's not a robot.
Right.
Is
Only in the
Brainiac
cartoon
ever
is he
a
a robot.
Who was
No.
Oh, okay.
Because literally shooting him in the crotch at this point. If he's shooting him at the top, he should be laying down. His legs should be forward, and yeah, it just looks such a weird pose.
Yeah, if he had been hit, he would be falling backward, and that would put his center of gravity off. So this looks more like he's being pulled forward than falling back. So
And that girl on the right is gonna run into a wall. It's such a weird pose.
No, not until she gets in a car.
I'm gonna give it a 6. It's just a weird pose, though. It's like I understand, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, but Eric pointed out all the flaws. It's like it's like a Bob Haney story.
I dig on the costumes. I love the fact that we're seeing the 1970s, the great 1970s costumes first appear here. The Princess Projectra's costume, of course, freaking boom. I've always loved Star Boys. I like the way everybody's looking here. I do agree. This is one of the most phallic covers that you're going to get with the positioning of the gun and how Brainiac is acting. But no, I enjoy this. I dig it. I'm giving it a 9. Let's check out the others.
Who is the artist on this? I can't. I'm wondering his arm. It says something DLC or something. Or can't read that.
Dave Cockrum.
Dave Cockrum.
Mm-hmm.
Is he known for doing weird poses like this on covers?
I don't know. Nothing.
Oh, you read more than I have.
No, I'm not. That doesn't mean. I don't. As far as I know, he's not known for doing weird covers. No.
Okay, so then yeah, because obviously if you everybody knows that Vince Gillette is famous for racing Jack Kirby stuff, so obviously maybe this guy you only need a couple covers like this. They're weird, but interesting though to find out like he did weirder covers.
Right.
Yes. Angle chain. Now it's your turn.
Of course.
Onto the chat.
Onto the chat. We shall go. Okay, I'm trying to find the there we go. Okay, this one.
Cockrum.
Yep. Yeah. And now, but I brought them all up here. So there we go. And Nick Cardy is the cover inker.
Okay.
Right. Cool. All righty. Let's see. Chat. Jay says 10. All righty. So right now we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Joe says 8. Black Spider says 7. And let's see. Ethereal says 9. And then Ethereal says 9. There it is. And Desert Rose says 7.
You know, that's weapons we haven't done for Dave Cockrum cover art.
Yeah. Let's see. Maranya says, wow, Superboy is really being made into a villain on these covers. Great action and danger being shown. Another spotlight used effectively. Score a gun 10, says Maranya. Alrighty. And then we have Legion 199. It's a very good cover. It's an 8. And then we have John Mintz, 7. Is that Tears gun? Probably not. It kind of it does sort of look like it a little bit.
These are wow. If we do David Cockrum covers, you're gonna have a lot of X-Men in here. No Avengers, it's Marvel. A lot of cool stuff.
Let's see. Ice Top says 8. So does Dark Admiral. All right. And Jay appropriately calls RDV a pervert. Michael Taylor says cool cover. 10. Give it a 10.
Well,
Hulk smash the like button, people. And he's right. Don't forget to hit that like button. Send art to Jim. Oh, thank you, John. I'd love to see it. If you don't mind, I'd share it out too. 8, well, at least so everybody can see it here. 8, that center pose is ridiculous, says One Slick. And let's see, Undead Queen gives it an 8 as well.
2 things. He did not say RDV is a pervert.
Oh, I just
and
assumed.
he also didn't say pervert. He said prevert.
Okay, I just assumed he was talking about you.
It's nice to assume that people are
it's an
talking about
understandable mistake. All righty, if you have a late vote, it will be counted, but there's the stop, and we have 1 6 taking out one of those 2 10s, and then we've got 4 7s, the other 10 and the last 2 9s, and one of the 7 8s is taken up, but there's 6 more 8s, and this joins the 8 column.
Cool.
All righty. Bum 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 ba da ba da dum ba da ba dum ba dum ba dum bum boom boom. Look at that native. She's not wearing a shirt. All righty, and let's get this start. We are on to issue number 200 already. I guess it is my turn. All righty. And what do we get for issue number 200?
200.
All righty. What are we looking at here? Gala 200 issues. Stop Superboy. You can't give Duo Damsel to that villain. It's a different costume for her. Oh, it's a wedding. Okay, that's why Bouncing Boy's in white with a cape. It's probably their wedding. I have no, yeah. All righty.
John, I can ask though. John, did you want us to show us art of tonight? Is that why you asked to show the art, or do you just want us to wait till later on?
I'll do it at the 6.
Okay.
I'll do it at, how we usually break up everything.
Okay.
I'll do that at the 6.
Yeah.
No.
Because that's why he wanted to show off the art, so he showed off tonight while they were doing this.
Hey, Eric.
Yo.
What kind of covers should we be putting up for a vote tonight? What do you think? Oh, did I just go
You're still here.
No, I'm thinking.
He never does that.
I try not to.
Starfinger.
Yeah.
I was going to do that.
Sorry.
I was busy thinking. Let's look at the ones who do.
Well, he's gone anyway.
Now he's gone.
So hold that thought.
Birthday covers?
It's like hey, Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. I can tell they get nights every time I see that pose. Large fingers I have.
If we ever read this, who's playing Starfinger.
I know, right? But did you realize this is a Gala issue?
Yes.
Hellfire Gala issue?
Yeah.
I read it before I dropped off there.
I'm going to say 70s Avengers, since Avengers never win anyway. But
all right. How about Bronze Age? We could do Bronze Age Marvel titles. Let me put those in the. Let me do that here. You know what? I'll do it at the 6. All righty. So let's see who's going. Oh, it's my turn. Okay, I get what they're going for. I don't think there's the color, the outfits they're wearing, everything kind of looks way too white, way too bland for me. I'm giving this one a 6. What do you think, or Eric?
First, I would say that's something I've never heard Zach say.
What? Way too white? Okay.
This cover doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
It just kind of, Starfinger looks like he's checking to see if he's got anything on his hands. And it's 6.
All righty. And how about you, RDV?
It's so weird. At first, I thought he was on Silver Surfer's board. The way it's drawn. It's like 6.
All righty, Amy.
Yeah, it is kind of weird how the colors are all sort of bleached out of it. I'm not sure why anyone would do that intentionally.
It's a scan.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah. They're whited out for some reason because of the scan.
Oh, could be. Maybe it was a bit.
What's wrong with all these scans? That this is what we're getting.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make trouble about it.
No, not at all.
But I'll just as far as the drawing goes, the layout I guess is okay. It's got some interesting perspective uses, but it's not like falling apart. And overall, I would say it's more plausible than the previous cover. So, I think I'd probably give it a 7.
Alrighty. And let me get the chat.
It's a full page pinup of just his finger.
Alrighty, so Black Spiders. Hold on. Let me make sure we got it. 7. All right, and Black Spiders gives it a 6. Jay says 8. And then we have 6 from Ethereal, and Joe says 8. Alrighty. And let's see, who is the cover artist? I actually have that.
That's Nick Cardy.
Nick Cardy?
Does he sign his covers?
Sometimes.
Yeah, all I see is the number down there.
Let's see, Super
Production
Boy.
number.
Number 200. Let me see here.
It really does look like the sky's gray, though, even when you find one where there's a little more saturation on the skin tones.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. The sky goes gray or more gray on it, so it's weird, which makes me think that the saturation is done artificially. I mean, because it's almost like it affects everything. I don't know. Anyway, where were we? We had
You're gonna start out with the scores. You haven't got to them yet, as far as I know.
The gray sky.
Yeah, I got Jay's, and I got Black Spiders. Ethereal says 6, and so does Joe. Joe says 8. Alrighty, so I think that's as far as I got, because then we were asked who was the cover artist.
Yeah.
Another bad skin. Their skin is not white on the cover, but flesh tone. And 7 says Ice Tops. Alrighty, 10, 9, 8, 7. And then we have 200 vert dramatic cover that tells a story and sells the book. Well rendered and has impending doom. Score a Wedding Bells 10.
Impending doom.
And then we have a 7 from Desert Rose and a 9 from One Slick. All righty. Let's see. I drew Element Lad, Wildfire, Ultra Boy, Timberwolf, Violet, Chameleon Boy, and Princess Projector. I saved them. I'm going to put it in a folder, and we'll show them off a little bit later.
Nice.
Jose Luigi says Black Spiders. Undead Quinn says 6. And Henry says Legion 200. It's a 6. All righty. And let's see. 8, storytelling. I love the design for the second Starfinger, says John Mintz. All righty. 10, 9, and 8. And let's see. Plus, Chuck is my hero. Hey, Bouncing Boy. You know, how can you go wrong with him? Michael Taylor says 9, and Dark Admiral says 7. I've always liked him, and I think he got a bad rap. It's one thing, he's a kinetic. So when he's bouncing, the more he bounces, the bigger and higher speeds he bounces at. So he becomes more powerful.
How does he stop?
Shut
He
up.
goes off the end.
Will it
All
ever
right,
stop? I don't know.
Again, you're judging this on a bad scan. Either better one looks great color-wise. Martin Luther King Jr. is coming up. Maybe Milestone Comics. Original. I will not do modern. Actually, the modern covers. If we're judging by covers, I guess it doesn't matter so much. But yeah, I would love to do some of the Milestone originals.
I mean, go ahead.
Oh, does Bouncing Boy look like kind of a Renaissance character normally with the
No. This is their wedding issue. They're in royal wedding garb.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, so are they on another world then, and that's why this guy's screaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that guy in the back, he's the pastor.
What? That's the pastor? He's a really big pastor.
Alrighty, let's see what
That's
we
why
got.
he's in the giant pasture.
This just isn't good for Legion today. Not
It's
issue
standing in the field.
199. We have 7 6s taking out the 1 10, 2 9s, 3 8s, and one of the 4 7s. And this one's on 7-bill.
We've done a Mike Grell covers, haven't we? Ranking?
We did Mike Grell's Green Arrow.
But it's not in general.
We didn't do in general Mike Grell covers, no.
Yeah, because I'd be interested to do that. I said Cockrum's got a lot of cool stuff. Giant Size X-Men, some other 80s X-Men.
All right.
Plus more Legion.
All right, let's go back to Eric. And we are on book number 5. All righty. And hopefully this one is better than the last one. Here we have 201. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
It can only get better, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it did.
I was to say, it can only get better, right?
Whoa. Okay, Eric, what do you think?
8.
All righty. And how about you, RDV?
You're the only Legionnaire who could come back from the dead. But even you can't stop me. You can't see me. Meanwhile, dramatic pose. Oh, I'm defeated.
I guess so.
It's a Firestar, I think it is.
Wildfire.
Oh, wow, sorry, Wildfire. Wildfire. Wait, they're all knocked out except for Wildfire versus this guy from the 1940s. With that, he's got like the
Like atomic logo on his shirt.
well,
Oh, is he radioactive?
His hood though, it's like the Phantom's kind of hood, or is that his hair? I
don't know what it is.
But the cool one is the design of an energy blast he's gonna send at him. It's like a freaking like sun.
It looks like a logo.
You're right.
Mhm.
It's for Valiant. No.
There you go.
I'll give it an 8. The villain isn't that impressive. What he's doing is more impressive than his costume. His costume looks like it's just generic. Like he's a Challenger, the Unknown costume.
All righty. How about you, Amy?
It's fine. I really do like the little energy blast. It's kind of a cool logo-y design. But the posing's a little stiff and the layout isn't really awesome. If I gave the last one a 7, I don't think I could give this more, so I'll give this one a 7.
Alrighty, and we're looking at Nick Cardy on the cover. He's got cover inker and penciler. So this is straight up Nick Cardy. Alrighty, I do like this cover. Always have. Like I said, Wildfire for the longest time was one of my favorite characters in comic books. That being said,
you can make it better. Make it better. Get rid of the Superman in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the problem. Superboy is the problem here. You talk about it. It looks flat. It looks almost lifeless. And I think a big problem, and I know he's knocked out, is I don't even like if this was a movie and we were watching it, I wouldn't believe the actor playing Superboy was knocked out, if that makes any sense.
I mean, his knees are locked.
There's tension there. It just it's
arm, everything. It's just
right.
Right arm is just weird.
Yeah,
I want to say more. I want to say more because I love the shading on this, and I like the fact that all the light is coming from that energy ball in between them. I think that is done very well. That being said, the central figure of this should be Wildfire and the villain, but unfortunately, it's that stiff-looking Superboy that looks really cut and paste.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna agree with you guys on the 8. Well, nope. I'm gonna go on the 7.
Actually, it'll be really cooler. Superboy trying to stop that ball of energy with his hands.
Mm-hmm. But then it wouldn't be fire. What was this fellow's name?
Wildfire.
Firebrand, Firestorm, Firestar. We don't know.
Dawnstar's boyfriend. Okay.
Who OnStar?
Dawn Star.
Oh,
Jay says 7. John Mint says 9. Lots of tension. Ready? And we have an 8 from Ethereal. And then let's see, 7 from Desert Rose and a 6 from Black Spiders.
I just want to cut Superboy out and turn him up the other way so it looks like he's flying in the air.
Legion 201. It's a solid swan. It's a 7, says Henry. Alrighty.
I haven't seen any like face shots in any of these covers yet.
Yeah,
it's like
so
they
far.
always keep them far off at a distance, don't they?
Well, the first one was more of a single character with people around them. And oh, you didn't see it. Here, I'll show that off real quick before I do Ice Tops. This was the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this is our only 10 so far.
Well, it's a good cover.
Yeah. All right.
The hairstyle.
What would you give this?
Is it 2?
Oh, 10. Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. Okay, let me get back to the comments here. And Ice Tops gave it a 7. So did Joe. All righty. And then we had looks like the Samus from Metroid. He looks radioactive. He might get cancer. 7. This perspective doesn't make much sense in the way it's laid out, says one slip.
Samus had a belt.
And Dark Admiral says 7. And drop to an 8, says Michael Taylor. Alrighty. And then we have 201 dynamic battle needed more room and less Superboy hogging the space. Well rendered otherwise, even with its flaws. This is still a Cardi 10. And Superboy may have been inserted later. And Undead Quinn says 8. I give the first cover.
Are they on the planet like Krull? Where are they at? Like, it's such a weird like background. Like,
yeah, not much with the environment, which I guess is part of what makes it sort of difficult to anchor the figures.
They're on an alien world or something like that.
Okay. All righty. And let me get the stop. And remember, if you have a late vote, and anybody listening in, if this is your first time listening in, you just pop up, give us your opinion. If you write it out, I'll read it. No super chats necessary, although appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get the stop there.
This looks like a Rush cover though.
And,
Especially once you start seeing the Perez covers for Wonder Woman and the post-crisis, it's like, wow, these people, it only takes like 5 minutes to draw these. Perez, 3 days.
Yeah. And one of the reasons why we do this, and even if we're hard on covers and sometimes we're way too easy on covers, it's mainly about seeing stuff that you may not have seen before, enjoying the art, liking the comics. There, even on my channel, there's sometimes too much negativity, or we're not really talking about the comics itself, and that's why this is, in my opinion, such a fun and good show to do.
It's fun.
Alrighty. Alrighty, let's see what we got, kids. We've got 1-6 taking out that 110. And then we've got 7 7s taking out 5 8s. This is a 7.
Oh, you know what it is? They thought it was Wednesday night. They're sleeping.
Ah, right. What? Who is sleeping? Oh, the people around. Gotcha. Alrighty, kids. Let's see. It is book number 6, which is go for 202. Or 292 if you write it wrong. Nope, did it again. 202. And it is RDV's turn. Let's see what book that is. There you go. Oh, you get a 100-page special.
Finally! The Wrath of the Devilfish.
Exactly.
Creature from the Black Lagoon? What is with these like Superboys in Peril covers?
Well, he's a super character. So one,
I know, but
he's popular, but 2, if you see Superman or Superboy, you assume the most powerful. So putting him in peril makes it seem like it's a bigger,
Twice on the cover, he's in peril.
Yes.
Literally, I'm just waiting for Supergirl to come in and be like, bro, nut up.
But on the other hand, Starboy ends up killing somebody in this one.
Superboy?
No.
This is a 7. But I do like the layout more than anything else. I love these are my favorites. The layout covers like this. They have the 3 different stories.
The different, yeah.
I
would love to read the book Superboy Meets the Superboy of Bigville, not Smallville, Bigville. What are you saying about this cover there, Amy?
They have a lot of little boxes in this one, don't they?
Well, they've got 3.
Right? I can't even tell. It looks like there's thing 1 and thing 2 just kind of pounding on Superboy for some reason over there, and he's like bouncing around.
Throwing. It looks like they're throwing him on the ground.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's like, what in the world? And then you don't see Superboy on the other one. But this drawing of Wrath of the Devilfish, I have to get it credit. That's a better drawing than I thought it would be. The hand poses for that angle, that's not always, that kind of relaxed angle isn't always easy to draw, and they did it well. It has a pretty good arc in his pose, considering it's supposed to be, limp. He actually looks limp. In the previous one, he looks like he was on a board. So, it might not be perfect, but it's not bad. So I guess I could give this one an 8, just because that's a pretty decent sketch. At least the one is.
Okay, and Eric, what do you say?
10.
Nice.
So who is the hero in the bottom left with the green arrow pointing to his face? Is that masculine boy?
Arrow pointing at someone?
Yeah, right, on the bottom left cover.
Hold on, let me get there. I'm actually looking at the poll while we're doing this. That's Element Lad.
Element Lad?
So he has a green arrow on his chest going to his face?
Yep, and that's Element Lad, Light Lass, and Mon-El going from the left as far as Legionnaires are concerned.
I gotta ask these people, what is the idea behind the costume like that? That's just such a weird costume.
Oh, there he is. Maybe he has anti-gravity powers.
No, Mon-El can Light Lass has anti-gravity. Mon-El, or not Mon-El, but Element Lad changes chemicals. So he could change like gold to silver or so forth, so on. Yeah.
Or maybe he's just like
transmutation powers.
He's stock exchange boy. That's what he is. Green arrow, his stocks are going up.
On this one, I am giving this an 8. And let's see, Jay says 10. And we've got a 7 from Undead Quinn, and Joe and Dark Admiral says 10. So we've got 1, 2, and 1, 2. Let's see. It's really good for pre-crisis. Legion 202. I like the large panel. The small panels just take away from the cover. It's still an 8, says Henry. Yeah, some people like the multi-panels. Some people don't. Ice Top says 7. 5, it's too much like a catalog cover, says John Mitch. So we've got a 7 and a 5.
More like a poster you'd see like coming attractions at for wrestling.
Let's see. 7 from Desert Rose, 8 from Black Spiders, 7 from Ethereal, 8 from Manny from Good Dog Press.
Wait a minute.
2 7s and 2 8s.
The Purple Legionnaire has a gun?
Everybody run. The purple. No, that's Starboy. His costume is purple. And yes, he's holding a gun.
Huh. Yeah, smoking, in the upper right corner. Yeah.
MK says 9. One Slick says 8. The left side is decent, but the smaller boxes leave a little to be desired. So we got a 9 and an 8. Next up, 10 from 10 from Michael saying very cool cover. All righty. Let's see. 202. Great use of the panel cover. That gives just enough of a tease to sell the book. Well rendered. Too much Superboy in peril. Score a wimpy Superboy 9.
Legionnaire killed. Is his first name Alec?
Yes. Let's see. It's such a gut punch when my sarcasm misses, says Jay. What was the sarcasm? Did he do it? It's really good for the. Oh, I thought that you were actually saying it was really okay. Anyway, let's get the stop. And remember, if you have a late vote or you didn't know you could vote and you're like, wait, I could do that? Yes, you can. If it changes anything, we will change that thing. And what we got here is 1 5 taking out one of the 5 10s. And then we've got 6 7s. The other 4 are gone, and those 2 9s are gone, leaving 8 or 6 8s left. Boom, boom, and boom. This is an 8. All righty. And right now we've got 1 10, 3 8s, 2 7s. We started off strong, and then it's been. All right. Before we move on, before we go on, let me get this down. I'll stop sharing the screen, and we'll get this cover down. And Here we go. Since we have reached the halfway point, and let's see some fan art.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If it will show me.
Don't make you a liar.
Oh, I put up the wrong one. Let me stop sharing that and let me get, because there's 5 pictures drawn by.
Get his name already.
You know my brain. Yeah, it's nothing personal.
Mr. John Mintz.
Thank you. It's nothing. It's nothing personal, but that's just the way my brain has not been working
It's
recently.
late. I get it.
It's not late. It's just the way I am, and I hate
He's
it.
late.
But the older I get, it just keeps getting worse. So there you go.
Cool.
All righty, and here we go. This is his chameleon. Oh, it looks like the animated series.
Oh, fun.
Look at that. It looks like John here is drawing the Legion of Superheroes adventures, like it could fit right on into it can fit right, yeah, the DCAU. Oh, did you include some other ones? Let me
Element
check.
Lad and Wildfire.
Let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 pictures from you. It looks like Princess Projectra, Shrinking Violet, Chameleon Boy, Timberwolf, and Ultra Boy. Those are the ones I've received from you.
That in the middle of the page.
Yeah, but I actually dig this. It really does look like it's
It reminds me of Tim Levin's art.
you know.
Really clean lines.
Alrighty, let me find the where are we? We are here, and let me move on. The next one is Princess Projectra, which was the girl in the red on the one with the gun.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice drape on the draping on the cape. Sometimes having them go over an elbow when you've got the arm cocked like that is really a temptation to overwork that, and you just kept the lines there nice and simple. It flows well.
All right, and then we have Shrinking Violet.
Oh, she's cute.
Shrinking Violence? What?
Shrinking Violet. It's a kind of flower, and they named the superhero after. This is Timberwolf, the hero we saw on issue number 197.
Oh, he's cool looking.
Better design, better haircut.
Yeah, well, they changed his haircut also after Wolverine stole everything from Timberwolf.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Dave Cockrum did both of them.
Really?
But who do kids know?
Actually, some of the I know Nightcrawler and Storm were originally going to be Legion of Superheroes members.
Really?
And Dave Cockrum took them over to
Desert Rose says you're Vert's talented. I was about to say Barry.
There you go.
Vert.
And we have this one is Ultra Boy. I actually have Ultra Boy's first appearance hanging around somewhere around here in a frame. All right.
Good job making the character in that case when you have a male character that has large legs because they're muscular. He doesn't look hippie though, and that's a narrow line to walk. That was good job pulling that off.
I'm gonna be offended. I'm gonna be honest. I'm offended. They should be fat. Why are they all in shape? I want them fat heroes.
Yeah, it really is. It is body shaming. Those.
It is.
Yeah.
Where's all the realism? Where's the real body positivity?
All these people in shape. It isn't realistic.
No.
And in graphite.
Right.
He said the other 2 weeks.
Okay, and here we go.
Michael Taylor, the person who did those drawings, the person right above you. John Mintz.
All right, and here you go. This is John Mintz. He's right there in the chat, as he said.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, and here are the last 2. He just sent them. And this is Element Lad, the guy with the arrow you were looking at.
With the male symbol.
Okay.
Right, yes. And this is Wildfire, and this was the guy on the one that we just did with the flat Superman.
Is he cursed to wear that face helmet? He can't take it off?
Yes, he is pure energy, and without that suit, he's formless. He has no form. He's just floating energy.
He's Wonder Man.
No, Wonder Man is a little bit more physical. He is literally just energy. You can't. Touch
Wonder
him.
Man in the New Avengers became this purple energy.
Man, they're just stealing everything from Legion of Superheroes. All right, but there you go. I really dig on this one wildfire there, John. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Are those are the more rendered sketches? Are those more recent drawings, John, or did you do them all at about the same time and you're just trying different styles? Because that's quite a divergent take of styles. I'm just kind of wondering what inspired that, but they're all great.
All righty. Since we're taking a little break from it, let's see. Eric, you said 1970s Avengers. All righty. And then let's see. What else was mentioned? Nick Cardy or Dave Cockrum? Dave Cockrum. Okay. What other kind of covers should we be looking at?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're keeping up with your art. That's super cool.
Trying to find like the DCAU artists. Their cover art.
Screw it. I'm just gonna say this right here, Dave Cockrum. All right. Let's see. And here we go.
Rat covers. Who wants to look at covers of both rats out?
Like Master Splinter?
Oh, somebody said birthday covers. Okay, birthday covers.
No, they said birthday clowns. That was Richard.
And rat covers.
All
right.
Album? Around and around. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna spell it with one R, one T, and not two. So it's all right. There we go. And
I would hope so.
Let's see.
George Avengers. Hey, George.
George Perez Avengers. He said 1970s. That's when he was doing them, right? Issue like 100 up.
I just said Dave Cockrum. Other than the X-Men, but
all right. Let's see. Go for issue 203.
yes. Eventually, yes, we'll have to do the Feral covers. Just 20 fleece.
I swear to God, you could put Avengers giving out free $20 bills, and it still wouldn't win.
He's not wrong. Avengers very rarely wins these. We're just gonna have to put the Avengers up at some point in time.
Right. Just find 4 different kinds of Avengers comics and then say
4 different kinds of
everybody
Avengers and put them up for vote.
Yeah, there'd be no votes.
Flip a coin twice again.
You know what happened? They'd all be tied.
There you go. So then you
0
have to do
votes.
all Avengers.
Uh-oh.
Good night, Sweet Prince.
Oh, I claim it.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to drop off before.
Are you
Okay.
back?
We were hoping.
Yeah, I'm back.
Dang it.
I was putting in my vote, but my computer stopped.
And then it's like, no.
Yeah, and so I thought everything was going to drop, but instead it just decided to be a pain in the ass and just keep it at that. Yeah.
I've been behaving myself all night. I don't feel like it.
You don't feel like you're behaving, or you don't feel
The
like
computer.
behaving?
If the computer's been behaving all night,
oh,
it just decides
yeah.
I don't feel like it anymore.
Jay Lucian, proof that a man can live with 4 senses.
You know what, though? Some of the covers are boring. It depends what period you're looking at.
You're boring.
Yes, but I can admit it. Unlike the Avengers. The people like the Avengers.
George Perez is never boring.
What about now?
No, he's never
He's
boring.
boring his way into the earth.
And we're going to hell. All righty, let's see.
Well,
Eric,
George has
wait,
a
no.
6 foot. George has a 6-foot head start on us.
I know, right?
It is Amy's turn, and here is issue number 203.
Hey, it's Dorkopotamus.
Wow.
Except for he doesn't look dorky in this one.
He looks
He
like
looks
he's
like Orca.
Yes, and it
No,
looks like,
Orca looks like him.
it's like
You
they.
know-
Go ahead.
Orca was used in like 1970 in a Submariner issue.
1970, yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Vladimir,
face and stuff,
he's been the Fatal Five have been around since
Was
almost
he
like
part of it? Back
Yeah.
in, I don't remember there being a big dorky looking dude. in
it's
this.
just so weird because his face now he looks like he's got the kingpins like fat cheeks.
What do you think there, Amy? Let's start with you.
He's a funny looking design, but okay. I mean, I'm just thrilled to see them actually using like a mid shot instead of full length. So you've got larger characters and doing something a little different with the layout. And this like the really big looming character in the background. That's cool. I'm so relieved to see them finally doing this. Yeah, for that alone, I think I'll give it a 10.
All right. And how about you, Eric?
Yeah, this looks like they just found out that Night Girl made an adult film and they're seeing it for the first time.
Oh, well, thank you very much to Matt Fisher for the $2 super chat saying just found the channel and show, loving it. Well, thank you very much, Matt, and feel free to participate whenever you would like.
Yeah,
The
Power
door is
Rangers
always
fan.
open. There we go. All righty.
But
And, once again, thank you.
I really do like this cover though. It's
Mhm.
like I said, you had Vladimir or whatever his name is.
Vladimir,
looks way-
but yes.
Platypus?
Vladimir, but yes.
I will give this cover a 10.
All righty. And RDV, what do you think?
Well, they just looked in the future and realized that Bendis is going to be running them. And that's if you replace the guy in the background with a Bendis, that'd be awesome.
You know what? We're here. We're looking at Legion of Superheroes covers, and even though these aren't as good as the Grells that are going to come up, or the and it's still Legion of Superheroes, and you got to bring up Bendis.
You brought him up first.
To say he sucked.
Context doesn't matter all the time.
All righty. Anyway, what do you say, RDV?
Yeah, it's actually this is kind of cool. It's just that it's weird how they drew like what was his name? Validus?
Yes.
Like-
Let's
like
go
it-
with validate. Yeah. It's
Like
validate.
he's a Tobias Whale, like on CW.
He
But his
has-
facial features, they directly changed him, But, yeah, it's also kind of boring. It's like, gee, I wonder what could it be? It's like, do you hear something?
connect the top of his shoulder to his
I
bicep.
will go 6 again because it just Superboy alone. He looks like he's down to like 4 years old toddler with that pose.
All righty. I'm agreeing with Eric, though. I love this cover, and I like the lighting. I like if you look at the shading of the other characters, that is the main light source. Vladimir is a looming figure because the mystery is what's coming to attack them. All right. Going to the chat, though. We've got a 10 from Jay. And say again.
Everybody has belts.
Yes. And we've got a 10 from Jay, an 8 from Michael, and a 5. Not a fan of the faces, says Ethereal. All right, 10, 8, and 5. There we go. Let's see. Maranya says 203. This is a great looming villain cover. Lose Superboy and put in Starboy or Brainiac 5 instead. Even with that big fly, I will give this a Validus 10. And then we have an 8 for Black Spiders and Joe. Alrighty, let's see. 9 from Ice Tops. Poor Vladimir, says John Mintz, giving this a 4. He's usually the most visually interesting character of the Fatal 5. Usually is. Alrighty. And then we have, let's see. Desert Rose says 8. Alrighty, and put that in. And then we've got Dark Admiral 10 because it's not an Avengers cover. I'm joking, Breen. I like the Avengers just fine. Alrighty. And then we have a 9 from Manny from Good Dog Press. And Henry says Legion 203, Darkopotamus, Vladimus, face design sucks. Good thing they later changed it. Still an 8. Alrighty. And let's see. Bad Comic Review is giving this cover a 10. And One Slick is saying 7. Superboy's face looks like Spanky from The Little Rascals. You are old to know who that is. All right, 6 from Matt Fisher. This reminds me very basic Silver Age covers. When I describe comics to people, I describe stuff like this. All righty. Oh, and let me, I haven't done this in a while. Oh, hold on. I'll do this after the thing. Oh, Matt, it looks like you sent this about.
You tracked it a bunch of times. So
okay.
It's probably getting a YouTube error if you're in a spotty internet. Sometimes it can send multiple.
All righty. So here's the rankings basically. 1 is painfully bad. I put Rosmo as an example.
Rosmo's a 10, you heathen.
2 is awful. 3 is very bad. 4 is bad. 5 is just meh, doesn't do anything for you. 6 is forgettable. 7 is good, solid cover. 8 is very good. 9 is awesome. And 10 is super awesome. And yeah, there you go. I did put in some artists as a little bit of a joke. I don't know. All right. Anyway.
Solid gold swan.
Solid gold. Yes. Oh, we got everybody, right? I got all the votes there, right? Number 1's a Frank Miller covers, says Black Spot. Whomever it needs to be.
Hey, Matt, don't worry about your spelling. Wait till you see easy handwriting.
What?
He's saying my spelling was atrocious. I was trying to fix it.
You're talking about my handwriting? The only
I was trying to make it feel better. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, the only place you see my handwriting are on the packages. All right, so what we got here is 1 4, 1 5, and 2 6s, taking down 4 of those 7 10s. We've got 3 left, but we've got 5 7 or 5 8s. So it takes out the last 10s and the last 9s, leaving 8s left. Well,
Undead Quinn came with a 9 after the stop.
Undead Quinn came in with a 9 after the stop. No, let me try that again. 1 4, 1 5, 2 6s. 4 that takes leaves 3 10s, and then we have 5 8s. So we take away the last 2 10s.
Oh my gosh, MARANYA.
The last 3 10s and 2 of the 9s, but there's 1 9 left. This he just popped that up to a 9.
Perez is a 10. Garcia Lopez is a 9. Deal with it. She's like, it should be the other way around.
What?
She's biased for Garcia Lopez. She's upset.
Hey, Garcia Lopez is awesome,
but not as awesome.
She ain't wrong. She's not wrong. He's just not super awesome like George Perez. Yeah. All righty, so let's go with issue number 204. Let me put the go for 204. Actually, he is awesome, and in some cases better. But you know what? I'm a George Perez fan, so
yeah, we don't judge people here out loud.
Not really. All right, number 204. It's almost the same cover.
It's the same face.
Except for different side characters. I intend to join the Legion whether you like it or not. And I'll prove I'm better than any of you.
And you know
it, baby.
Who could be the Legionnaire nobody remembered? Plus Brainiac's secret weakness. Is this like Nemesis Kid or something?
No, it's Aunt May.
Oh, let's get Aunt May. Yeah, it's kind of the same cover, but I like this one better. I like the I'm gonna give this one a 9. I think I just said I liked it better and then gave it a lower grade. I don't know what I'm talking about. Eric, what do you think?
Admitting it is half of the battle, sir.
Exactly.
I know, right?
Now we can work on it. Yeah, I'm gonna give us a 9 only because 4 of the characters have genuinely good looks on their faces.
Mhm.
Brainiac.
He's got a dirt face.
He does. He's derp AF, as the kids say.
He's
The kids
rich.
still say that.
Looks toddy.
You know, we're gonna pretend they do say that just for you there.
He also looks like he's seeing something on the water cooler on the other side of the room.
You know what
and
it reminds
he's
of?
probably seeing the guy in front of him.
You remember that GIF for the guy with the long hair? He shakes his head and goes, "Oh!" It's very popular. It's from the Italian Spider-Man movie.
Italian Spider-Man?
Yes, it is a real thing.
Is it real or is
It's a real thing. These are plagiarized movies.
That sounds amazing.
No, it's not, because it's very bad.
Well, yeah, but amazingly bad or just average bad?
Cringe bad.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, isn't somebody grading?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it. Okay, Eric, what did you give this?
9.
Okay, and then it was RDV. What did you give this?
Well, I didn't hear you. Yeah, we're talking about something else, but yeah, 5.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
it's a boring cover.
All right.
It's a guy pointing a finger, and then you look at the shadow behind him. It's like up. It doesn't match the shadow.
Nope.
All righty. And Amy, what do you give this one?
That is kind of funny. I'm gonna give it a 9 just because that dirt face is amazing.
All righty. And let's go to the chat and see what they've got to say about this one.
It's like the shadow monster's like, one more thing.
All right, so Jay says 6. Undead Quinn says 7. Ice Top says 8. So does Desert Rose and Michael Taylor. So it's 6, 7, 3, 8. A 6, a 7, a 1, 2, and 3. All righty then, kids. Going to One Slick Dude. 7. The shadow on the curtains is wrong. All righty, and then we have let's see, a 10 from Dark Admiral, an 8 from Black Spiders, a 9 from Bad Comic Reviews, and a 7 from Joe. Ethereal says 6, and Manny says 8. Alrighty, so we have a 6, 2 7s, 2 8s, 1 9, 1 10. Alrighty, did I get that? Yep. Okay, so we have a 6, 2 7s, 2 8s, a 9, and a 10.
Then MKF has a 9.
Alrighty, and then let's see, John, 8 great expressions. Could it be Polar Boy? Sounds like him. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's see, Maranya, what the elf of recycled cover concepts is still, it's still a well drawn and has enough mystery to sell a book. No one has a derp face. Score a Banff Brainiac 10. So we have an 8 and a 10.
Marani with another 10? What a guess.
I know. 6, kudos on the consistent art for the faces, though. Brainiac looks like a green Dennis the Menace, and Lightning Lag vaguely looks like Archie, grown up with mutton chops. I'm going to add that part on there in there for you, Matt. All right, so we got a 6 and a Henry saying Legion 204. It's a solid cover. It's a 7. So we got a 6 and a 7. All righty. And let's see, P.S. Brainiac secret weapon, clicking on links and downloading Trojan viruses. Of course. MK says 9. All righty then. And let's get the stop in here. I did have a 9 on an earlier cover. That's true.
I saw it. You had a 9. You're clearly not biased.
Once again, if you have a late vote, and if you're wondering, hey, can we participate? Yes, you can. Just give us your opinion. If you do have a late vote, we will count it. But for now, we have 1 5, taking out one of the 2 10s, 3 6s. That last 10 is gone, and so are 2 of the 5 9s. And then we've got 4 7s, taking out the last 3 of the 9s and 1 of the 6 8s, leaving 5 8 standing, and that's where this lands, an 8.
And if you'd like to support the channel, go to the video description. have the PayPal and the Ko-Fi link. You can help support to keep the lights on in this channel, keep Angleteen warm.
Yeah, this is the way I make a living. So, of course, everything helps and certainly appreciate it. All righty, let's go for book. What are we on now?
If we get the $500 Ko-Fi, Angleteen will jump in the snow.
You know what? That is a great freaking...
In your shorts.
Ooh.
With no shirt, no socks, no...
You know what? There's that goal, that super chat goal thing. We're going to do that. And tomorrow, if there's still snow out there, I think there will be because it's only 5 degrees right now. I will go and I will jump in the snow in my shorts, in my Florida gear. I'll even put on my Mickey Mouse shirt. And there you go. Shorts, not boxers. But yeah, I will do that. Tomorrow, we'll put up a goal. And if we meet that goal, yeah.
What if we
what a man. Arm fall off, boy.
He'll go out there for 5 minutes. Sorry, we lost track. We got to start over.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go for book 205. It is Eric's turn again, and here you go, sir.
Maybe I'm just a sucker for these covers, but I'm giving this a 10. But I love it. Yeah, Lana just got yeeted big time.
I know, right? She is. She got shot so much her boobs are shaking.
Yeah, Supergirl or Superboy is going. You know, she's nagged the F out of me. Says I'm just gonna get there 1 second too late.
All righty. How about you, RDV? What do you think?
I like the one-man baseball team. Nice. The outcast superheroes being kicked out.
When you say jump in the snow, do you mean like with my shoes and feet or lay back and make a snow angel?
Like a snow angel.
Okay.
I want the full effect, not you just use a little bit. Because you'll be freezing like a mother to come in.
I wonder if we could stretch the camera over at the door where you guys can have a visual.
Well, no. What you can do is that you can have Elizabeth record you on the phone.
All right.
And she'll enjoy watching you suffer.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure she will. All right, RDB, what do you think?
Getting back to this cover, I'm going to go 9 on this. This is kind of interesting. I like it.
All right.
You know, Lana gets shot. And it continues in the next panel, basically, because he failed to save them.
And they're having the funeral and crying. That's not what happens in that, but okay. Amy, what do you say?
He becomes an outcast. They kick him out.
The Superman playing baseball is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a 7.
Okay.
You get to meet the artist, Iron
I'm
Mike.
going to give this a 10, all because you can meet artist Iron Mike Grell. No, this is a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed this one. I'm not usually a fan of the split covers, but this one has always stood out to me. All righty, let's see what everybody else has to say about it. That's a very bad idea. You're going to kill yourself, says Jay. Yeah, but for money. Steel Tradition Art. Hey, what's up, man? Gives this a 5. Don't get buried by the snowplows. It'll be at night, so it'll be extra cold.
He's not in the middle of the road, you dingbats.
And you guys know I need the money for the family, so basically I'll whore myself out doing whatever. Let's see. Ethereal says 8, and arch back like that. I think she's into it. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah?
Did you ever think about maybe going out and getting a job jumping around the snow in your shorts?
Is that an actual thing?
I don't know. I mean, it might be worth looking into.
I have, by the way, gone out and looked for a job. And I have actually been told that my social media is the reason why people aren't hiring me. Not on all of them, but I have been told at Universal Studios, at Disney, my social media. My being a Trump supporter kept me from
I don't
getting a
think that's
job at
going
Universal.
to have the same effect as it did maybe then.
Yeah, I don't think up here they're going to mind I have that. And maybe my outspoken.
You were in a red state, though. But you were applying to commie-owned businesses.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was applying for entertainment stuff, and that is way to the left.
And it'd be hard to find a job jumping around the snow in your shorts in Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not that kind of snow. Anyway.
Let's see. One slick. Wait, did I get everybody?
That's a lot of snow if you're to do snow angels in Florida.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One slick gives it an 8. Jay gives it a 9. Bad Comics gives it an 8. So does Undead Quinn. All right, 3 8s and a 9. 1, 2, 3, and a 9. And then let's see. Good Dog Press says 7. Dark Admiral says 9, and so does Ice Tops and Desert Rose. MK says 7. Joe says 8, as well as Michael Taylor. So that is 2 7s, 2 8s, 3 9s, 2 7s, 2 8s, and 1, 2, and 3 9s.
You're sure that's discrimination? You could have sued them.
And then another panel cover. Great individual aspects. Pick the big panel and make it the cover. Good, not great. Earns a panel 9 from me, says Maranya. And we have Legion 205. I like Monel doing his Hitler impersonation. However, the multiple panel cover doesn't work this time. It's a 7. And next up, 6. I'm just not a huge fan of multiple panels. Don't tell Keith Griffin. And that's John Mintz, and he's giving it a 6. And then we have Matt saying 7. This was definitely made during the years when people died by firing squads. In media, I'm a little confused how Ultra Boy could be shot, though. Maybe he was trying to use his super strength and his invulnerability wasn't on. Let's see. Black Spiders gives it a 6. Alrighty. And then we have, what is this? E in that area, polar plunges are things to do. Oh, where you jump into the river or something like that? That's got to be a lot of freaking super chats for me to actually jump into some water. There is a river right around the corner. Being a Trump supporter kept you from a job in Florida. Once again, it was for the theme parks. Also, my social media, I've been very outspoken for the last 8 years. I do not hide what I think. I don't hide a lot of what I say. And some people who looked it up didn't like it. Glenn, what's up? How you doing? He says 9, just got here. Alrighty. And also, I am outspoken, and I've said things in interviews that probably didn't go over. Cliff on Comics says 7, don't love the multiple panels. And let's see. 60 cents was expensive for a comic book back then. Do not do the polar plunge. I live in Chicago, and people occasionally suffer heart attacks doing that stuff. Well, talk me out of it. All right, let's get the stop. And I guess a snow angel in shorts and a T-shirt will have to be enough. But I'm going to put 10 super chats. And that'll be it. All right, and let's see what we've got here. 1 5 2 6 is taking out the 2 10s and 1 of the 7 9s, and then we've got 5 7s taking out the 5 of the 6 9s. There's 1 left. We have 6 8s, and that's where this goes. All right, we got another 8, ladies and gentlemen. We visited 10 only once. Alrighty. And let's see where we land here, ladies and gentlemen. It is issue number 206. That was Eric. This is going to RDV. Go for, what are we on? 206.
We're on I Love Comics.
We're on I Love Comics. What's funny, I got a mid-grade run of Legion in the last collection I bought. That's awesome. That is awesome. I think the biggest thing people got from this, from my auction, a guy named Ronald Rugg ended up buying, Justice League 150 all the way to the end from me for only about like $100 or so. Yeah. Well, I think it was 125 all told. I could swear you had 2 10s. One was barely a 10, and one was a solid. It might have, I think, no, somebody came in and did a late vote, and that got it taken down to a 9. It was the Validus cover, the where he's looming. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you're new here, I noticed we've got 31 people watching. It's more than what we normally have. If you're wondering, hey, can anybody join in the voting and all that? Yes, we welcome you, and even put in your opinion as to why you vote that particular way. Just to go over it before we'll go over the rankings one more time. And what we have is, if you 1 is a painfully bad cover, 2 is an awful, 3 is very bad, 4 is just regular bad, 5 is bland, 6 is forgettable, 7 is good book, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, 10 is super awesome. Simple rankings and such, but there you go. All righty, and now it's once again it's RDV, and you get issue number 206.
Feral Lad, Invisible Kid, but you're both dead. How can you save me? I'm in peril again. He has become Robin on these covers. I don't know why, but it's just, I guess it's the running joke. It's basically Superboy's always being defeated. And
I
Feral
guess
had it. Does he have a FE on his chest?
Yeah, Feral Lad. That's
Is he a luchador?
no, he turns himself to iron.
Oh,
And that the FE is the
because they can't say Iron Lad because that'd be considered bad.
I have no idea.
Just weird.
But yeah, what is that table of elements? I forget
periodic table.
Periodic table. Yeah, thank you.
You don't look at it very often.
Yeah, exactly. It's only periodic.
Right. Okay, so what do you score this RDV?
5.
Oh my goodness gracious! Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you. RDV.
That's the covers you're inviting.
All righty, Melissa. I'm sorry, Melissa's sister. Sorry about that. Amy, what do you think?
So, let me get this straight. Feral Lad is the silvery character you can barely see, and Invisible Kid is the one in bright green?
I don't know.
Invisible Kid.
It looks that way to me.
I see what you're doing there.
I do not.
Anisha, you've joined the Legion of Superheroes?
Beats being in the FF. Screw them.
We are not in this cover ranking.
I am now Iron Alicia. You can't see me.
All right. So, what do you think there, Amy?
At least he's coming to save Superboy. I think that this robot on the cover has a really cool design. Like, he looks like kind of like a Art Deco kind of robot thing.
I'm sorry, what?
Art Deco, or that kind of like 20s kind of style.
Yeah, the future of the tomorrow.
A what though? What were you calling it? An Art Deco what?
Kind of mechanical design. Like, it's sort of a, well, not quite modernist, but like a
Robot.
sort of retrofuturism.
A robot. Okay. Yeah, you said
a robot because that's what it is.
What the freaking heck is a robot?
A robot.
A robot.
Is it
Yes.
a robot?
We're going against the elders.
Yeah, there you go. All righty. So what do you give this, Amy?
It's so cool design. I'll give it a 10.
All righty. And Eric, wait, did we get yours already? One? No. Eric, what do you think?
I have to ask the question. It's why does a robot have a 6-pack? Or
because it works out.
Okay,
because his son, his name's Bender.
Yes, ask a silly question.
I
still want to know why you can see Invisible Kid, but not the other one. I don't think we had that answered. I'm gonna go 9 on this.
Alrighty. I agree with Amy though. I love the way the robot looks. It just the doodads, the fact that he does have a six-pack, everything is just looking cool on this. The fact that he's just yeeting Superboy. And yes, you can see Pharaoh Lad. He's in a white outfit. Always has been. There you go. I'm giving this one. I'm agreeing with Amy. I
want Amy to like edit this cover and put a six-pack in.
There you go. Okay, so Jay says 9. Reef is saying, I've grown to love Legion covers. Putting Garcia Lopez above John Byrne is enough for you not to get hired. Okay. I get it. I get it. Let's see. Undead Quinn says 10. Dark Admiral says 9. So we've got 2 9s and a 10. Alrighty. 1, 2, and 1 10. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, where are we here? Okay, Reef, the Sea Forever, is saying 9, as well as bad comic reviews. Black Spider gives this a 7. Glenn is saying Ferrite. Always correct me. I'm wrong 2% of the time. We have 2 9s, a 7, and then let's see. Joe's giving this a 9. Cool. You spelled it wrong. Robot. Desert Rose says 7. Steel Tradition says 5. Glenn says 9. And Good Dog Press says 8. So we've got a 5. We have a 7. 2 7s. We have an 8. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 9s. So a 5, 2 7s, and 8, 4 9s. Okay. A 5, 2 7s, and 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4 9s. Let's oh, John says 9. Good composition. Isn't Pharaoh Lad actually from the 20th century? I don't remember. One Slick says 8 for the art, but on these covers it should say so boy instead of Superboy. Alrighty. 10. I just like the giant golden robot, says Ice Top. Where did robot come from, by the way?
Yeah, Ice knows.
So we have an 8, a 9, and a 10. Where did Robot come from? I know where Krypton came from. That's Marlon Brando in the original Superman movie. But where did we get Robot?
Geeky Puppet Show readings.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, so
yeah, but where did it really come from? Because you started it on the Geeky Puppet Show ratings, but why?
Yeah,
I think at this point we just look for things we can doctor.
Alrighty, Matt says 8. Now this is a classic cover. You've got Superboy on the ropes, an unexplained occurrence of a dead Legionnaire coming in to save the day, and a 1950 design robot menacing the heroes. Alrighty, and he gives it an 8. Awesome scores there, guys. Ferrite will always remind me of No Man's Sky, says Jay. That was my last one. It was nice meeting you guys. I've got to be up in 5 hours. Well, thank you for joining in. We do this every, every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30. Let's see. 206. What the elf is? This is actually a well-drawn Superboy Peril and cover. Peril cover. Lots of mystery that sells a book. Robot actually looks dangerous. Score Robot 10. Alrighty. Robot, says Jay Lucian. 9 for Material, 9 for Michael Taylor.
Oh, this is gonna be...
And MK says 9, reminds me of JLU Amazo. And then we have It's Effie on his chest, Dell 50 Sci-Fi. You get robots at the store. They're Robum. There we go. All right. And hello to Darren. Okay, let me get the stop here. And if you have a late minute vote, go right on ahead. But this is a 9. I could tell already because there are 11 of them. So even though you've got 2 5s and 2 7s, trying to take out the all 4 10s, you've got 3 8s taking out one of them and 2 of the 11 9s. That's where this lands. All righty. Boom, boom,
Does that make it
boom.
the first 9?
Is it the first 9? Nope, we have 2 others.
Okay.
Where we stand right now is we move to the last 2 books of the night. 2 7s, 4 8s, 3 9s, and 1 10.
All right, I figured out where it comes from. Rod Serling in Twilight Zone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said it robot and it just stuck.
Yeah,
huh?
he would. Yeah, he would always say that. Yeah.
Go for book 207. All righty. And for those of you who may not be able to stay late or later, let me tell you what we got going on. We're on season 9 right now. We've done 9 seasons, which is basically 16 episodes per season. So we could do bracket fights at the end to figure out what is the best of the season. Tomorrow is going to be the 1960s run of Metal Men. We're going to do issue 1 through 12 of that. So that's some good Silver Age goodness. And then on Friday, it's going to be Marvel Team Up starring Spider-Man. On Sunday, it'll be Alex Ross miniseries, Kingdom Come, Marvels, and Terminator Burning Earth. So there you go. Those are going to be the next 3. And then, of course, we've got our poll to help fill out the rest of the season.
I was going to say, if you did Alex Ross miniseries, all right, 4 issues. Later, guys.
Yeah, I threw in a couple of them because it probably they would never normally do. I thought it might be fun. It might be fun to throw in a couple of miniseries that are only 4 issues, you know?
A 15-minute cover ranking would do 4 issues.
Right. Okay, so we're at 207. That means this is going to Amy.
What do we got? There's a big giant hand, and there's a spy among us, but he's just made a colossal mistake.
Let me explain the joke to you there, Amy.
It's Colossal Boy.
That hand belongs to a guy named Colossal Boy. His power is to grow.
Yep.
Oh.
To become a giant.
He also traveled back to the first, what was it, the Jewish Hanukkah day in Teen Titans Go?
Okay, there you go. But apparently this is the spy. He pissed Colossal Boy off. Now Colossal Boy is going to crush him like a bug and go.
And it's Mike Grell in cover art.
This probably has to be one of the more creative covers in terms of design I've seen so far. So I have to give it points for that. Yeah, you know what? It's just kind of cool that they tried something really different like that. I'll give it a 10.
All righty. And how about you, Eric?
I think I will reiterate what was just said by my colleague and concur with her assessment.
Yay!
All righty. RDV, what do you think?
Yes. That's me complaining in the room because I'm a dictator apparently in a Geeky Puppet Show. And that's Pixel come back with his colossal fingers grabbing Eric Breen.
And saving me from you.
This 7.
With the pixel finger of fate.
Poke.
He might crush you though.
Oh, who's this annoying uncle?
Say again?
Oh, that we're reading a Teen Titans comic where it was Trogdor. No, not Trogdor. No, it's not Truman. That's what we pretend his name is.
Yeah, that's what you put on the door to let your trog in and out.
RDV, what do you think?
Can you rewind it? And you'll see.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
It was a 7.
Okay.
7A.
7A. Don't get mad at me just because I'm short. I know. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I could hide beneath the wing. Okay, anyway, let's see. I concur. Let's see. Michael Taylor gives this. That is the first one, right? Nope. 10. Neil. By the way, I agreed with the 10. I give this a 10. At the end of the season 10, you need to do a season bracket fight. Oh no, it's going to be at the end of 16. Can we do brackets with 10? I thought it had to be 16. But
16 as usually is. That's how they do brackets.
Yeah, but it was going to be it was going to be at the end of season 16, which will be probably in the middle of the year here. All righty, let's see. 10, Neil Adams' Greatness Science Police uniform looks great. Is that really? That's Neil Adams? Bum, 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 bum. Ba-ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Now I got that song in my head. Thank you. Thank you.
Stupid razor blade stings.
The shaving razor sting. Oh, what is it? The 6 o'clock. I don't remember.
It's cold in,
Anyway.
it's cold in my razor blade.
Oh, I could hide beneath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. 6 o'clock alarm never rings,
Ring!
but it rings,
Ring!
and I rise. I wipe the sleep out of my eyes. The shaving razor's cold, and it stings. Okay, there we go. All righty, let's get back to what we're here for. We have a 10 from Michael Taylor. We have a 7 from Ethereal, a 9 from Dark Admiral, and an 8 from Undead Quinn. So we have a 7, an 8, and a 9. All righty, let's see. Desert Rose says 9, so does One Slick Dude. Joe says 7. So we've got 2 9s and a 7. Legion of Superheroes 207. It's a very good cover. It's an 8, says Henry. Next up, we've got Ice Top saying 8, and Reef, the Sea Forever, gives it a 7. Mike Grell for the win, says Good Dog Press, giving it a 10. Alrighty, and an 8 from Black Spider. So we have a 7, 8, 10. Alrighty, 7, 8, whoops, 10. Let's see, Maranya says 207. Oh, before we get to that, Maranya, I'm sorry. I've just a couple of them have been named. So, well, did I lose? Oh, never mind. I accidentally closed out this where I get the covers from. Maranya says 207. Interesting use of panel cover. Very well rendered. Dynamic action implied by the Dutch angle. Mystery sells the book. Score it a spy 10. Alrighty. And then we have Funny, says MK. You mentioned Colossal Boy the other day when I was hanging out with my dad. He was watching The Colossal Man. Ever see it? Anyway, I will say 9. Yes. I saw it was one of the dialing for dollars sci-fi shows they would show. It was they would give away money while showing it was in Orlando while showing a 50s movie. 5, looks like they're having a meeting in a trailer room.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh, they are.
And let's see, 10 from Bad Comics Reviews. And we have Grell, says Henry. Thank you, John. I try to look at these from an artist's perspective. John saying that she has a great eye. So Carrie Underwood will perform at Trump's inauguration, says MK, out of the blue, as MK usually is.
But the piggyback after that, the Village people will be there too as well.
That is a combination. If they toured, I'd go see that show. Alrighty. Alrighty, so here we go, gang. We've got 1, 5, and 3 7s trying to take out those 6 10s. But there's 2 left, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s. So, Amy, are you okay?
I'm awake.
Okay.
Beast Boy, okay?
Let's see, 4,
Yeah,
there's 5. That leaves 2, and then we have 5 8s. So there's 3 of those left to take out 3 of the 4 9s. This is a 9.
So, I'm laughing on Twitter. There's already apologists saying she's just doing it because she wants it. It's a job. She doesn't like Trump. She's doing it because it's a job.
That's worse. That's worse than just saying no. All righty, let's get a stop here.
I just love how people
let's get a go for. I guess I'm leading this one off. So go for 208.
Like, you gotta go online and make excuses for people you have never talked to, have no idea what's going through their mind. You're like, yeah.
I'm surprised how many people kowtow to the internet. It's like, just go f yourself. Seriously, you're gonna care about something on Twitter? Somebody you never met on Twitter?
You're gonna see a lot more people flocking to Twitter on the 19th after the TikTok goes away.
I guess so.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh,
Unless Elon buys it.
yep. It's
okay.
a
Apparently, I'm about to drop because it's not. I'm not seeing me share out.
I see it.
I see it.
Yep. So why don't we start with you, RDV? What do you say?
Well, it was Amy's turn.
No, Amy did the last one.
Oh, okay.
This
All right.
or Eric should actually start first, but there you go.
Whatever.
Yep.
We'll just
But
wait to come back because you're not gonna hear it anyway. Fine. You want me to go first? Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, go on ahead. I can't see it, but you do.
I'm gonna give it a 9. I like this. You know, it's they're in a giant bubble, slime bubble.
Oh,
And then he got, yep. Quit moving it, bro.
just leave it.
There
It's
we
fine.
go. Now I can see it too. All right.
Well, that's great for you. You could. All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Lana Lang she's digging up somebody's grave or time
No,
capsule.
she's apparently learning Superboy's secret identity.
She
Mhm.
dig up his information. Hey, crypto's on there too. Ooh, even 1 point. Beware the evil hand of the luck lords. This, you know what? This will be my first 10 because there's a crypto on there.
Mhm. That's pretty good.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
10.
Okay.
10 of the night as well.
Amy.
I like the bubble gun. That's fun, and there's a crypto on there, so it looks like a fun little adventure. Sure, I'll give this a 10 too.
Give it a 10.
I like mine. I was like, how do we get in these situations?
I don't know.
I think it's fun. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of these tri covers and all that kind of stuff, but
As
I
magazine
like this one.
covers.
I'm gonna give it a 9, as well as Dark Admiral. Amy was sleeping. It's adorable, says MK. One Slick says 9 as well. We've got a 5 from Steel Traditional Art, an 8 from Michael Taylor, and 9 from Ice Tops.
Trust me, she was
So
asleep.
we have 4 9s, a 5, and an 8. Alrighty. 4
When Amy's
9s,
sleeping,
1,
you hear her snoring.
an 8 and a.
I'm just guessing, but I'm imagining. I'm probably right though.
Michael Taylor. Wait, did we get no? Where did I leave off? Did I read off Ice Tops?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Let me wipe this through again. 4 9s. That was mine plus 3 9s. 5 and 8. Okay, so it'd be Bad Comic Reviews says 5. Desert Rose says 8. Nundead Quinn says 7. So it's 5, 7, 8. 7, 8. All right. And Nate. And then we have Legion 208. It's a solid cover. Give it a 7, says Henry. Next up, we've got Joe's 7 and MK's 9. And then John Mint's 7. Mom, Pa, Kent never looked so good.
Oh, it's the final cover.
All righty. And that's 2 7s and a 9. Manny gives it a 9. So does Ethereal. Ethereal gives it an 8. So it's 2 7s, 2 9s, and an 8.
I want a
2
bubble gun
7s,
like that.
2 9s, and an 8. And then Maranya says 208. Another panel cover again. Make the big panel the actual cover. Crypto is the only reason why I will give this cover a 10. Alrighty, and let's get this stop. Once again, if you have a late vote, go right on ahead. This is the last cover of the night, and then we're going to figure out which one goes to the bracket fight. Alrighty, for now, though, we've got 2 5s taking out 2 of those 4 10s, and then we've got 4 7s. So the other 2 10s are gone. 2 of those 7 9s are gone, leaving 5 left. We've got 3 8s, not big enough to take down the 9. So issue number 208 goes into the 9 column. All righty. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. And let me get this book covered down. And once again, everybody can vote to find out where these things are. This is the layout, but what's the best? What's the worst? We're about to find out. We're going to try to do it before.
It's like you have to stay.
We're going to try to find out before Amy goes to sleep. So let's go for 7s, and all I need is your favorite. All righty. And Eric, if you want to start us off, we've got Starfinger and Wildfire.
Second one's the best.
All righty. How about you, RDV? Starfinger or Wildfire?
Starfinger.
All right.
I just can't
And,
put. I just do one.
Amy,
Put the finger.
Starfinger or Wildfire? Starfinger's the first one. Wildfire is the second one.
Oh, the first one.
Okay, so we're tied 2-2 going to the panel. And Sevens, the best is the Starfinger, says Maranya. And then let's see, 2 says Ethereal, saying Wildfire. And then we have Starfinger from Joe. And we have All I Need is a Miracle, All I Need is the Glue. All I Need is a Miracle. Starfinger is the best, says Ice Tops. Alrighty, so does Dark Admiral and Steel Tradition. And Michael Taylor comes up with Wildfire, and so does Henry. Alrighty, Wildfire from John Mintz. Number 2 on the right from MK, and that is the Wildfire. Do we have one more vote? Okay.
Melissa.
Yes, Melissa in the room. This is what we're looking at, kids. This is the first one. That's the Starfire cover.
This is Melissa.
And then we have Wildfire.
I can't do the Raven voice.
BCR, please let's not go there. Way too. Yeah. No need to put that. Wildfire for Good Dog Press, and he is the tiebreaker. So there you go, gang. Alrighty.
You betrayed me, Manny.
Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Now we're going to go to the 8s, and on the 8s, because there's more than 2, we need your favorite and least favorite. Let me put go for 8s. Go for 8s.
Hey, did Ben?
No, he said Starfire.
Well, he also hasn't voted yet either, too.
Yeah, that's true. But let's just move on. So it's way down on the bottom. It's really, I just want to actually move on. Eric, best and least of the 8s. No, Wildfire is I would have to take the Fire Star. It's too, I'm not going to go there. Just move on.
The best is the 100-pager.
All
the
right.
worst is Superboy about to axe someone.
Okay, this is the best. And then the Superboy trying to axe somebody is issue number 198. All right, then we have issue 199. And once again was issue number 202. And finally, issue number 204. There we go. But you could also use numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll understand that. All righty. So you said you have the third one, and the second one is the worst. All righty. RDV, what do you think?
The worst is 4.
All right.
And the best is 3.
Okie dokies. Amy, the best and worst of the 8s.
I guess my favorite I guess the one that does the most interesting is the third one. That one drawing is kind of neat. And I guess the least would probably be the second one. That's probably the most broken.
All righty. And for me, number 4 is the best, and the least of them is sorry to be the contrarian here, guys. All righty. Let's see whatever everybody's mad at me because I was like, let's just move on. Devilfish is best. Pointing Shadow is the least best, says Dark Admiral. Best is 3, worst is 4. Alrighty. The 8s. Fish Beast is best. Superboy versus Axe is the worst. Alrighty. Number 3 is the best, and number 1 is the worst to Henry. 1 is best, 3 is worst, says Ethereal. Alrighty, and then we have Wildfire's original name was Starfire. Yes, I knew that. 1 is best, 3 is worst for John Mintz. All right. And then we have 202 is best, and the axe is the worst. 202 was the right, the same one you guys have been saying. All right, 202 is best, axe is worst from Bad Comic Reviews. So that's best is 3, and the worst is 1. All righty, and then we have let's see, Steel Tradition. 202 is best, number 4 is worst. All right. Next up, we've got Joe with 3 and 1. And then we have Ice Tops. Best is number 4. Worst is number 1. All righty. And then we have Maranya with best is 4. Worst is 3. Next up, third best, first worst, says Michael Taylor. There we go. Superman back break best and worst is Fingers Shadows Superman. All righty. And that is, there we go. All right, let me get this. We'll get the stop here, and I will ratio these, and we'll find out which one wins. It is 5 degrees here. I know, right? That's
you know what? It's exactly what mine says. 5 degrees.
All right, let's ratio this, and what we got? Do we? Well, we do have one with only negatives, and that is number 2. That is the Superboy gun. Next up, we've got one. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not the worst. 1 positive and 5 negatives is the axe. There we go. And then we have, let's see, 3 positives, 4 negatives. That leaves 1 as well, but I still think it did better there with positives. And then finally, whoops, nope, I put them in the wrong order. There you go. All right, let's move to the 9s. We know which one's going to the bracket fights. That's the 197. So we're going to do the same thing with the 9s. Go for 9. See where we stand here. All right. Eric, I think I can hear his Florida blood freeze and donate to E to get a heater. Yes, by the way, yes, especially for the car.
The car.
The car. We have no heat in our car right now, and our lighter doesn't work. So I bought a plug-in heater, and it didn't work. Eric.
Yeah, the best one is the second one, and my least favorite, I think, is the last one.
Okay, your least favorite is the last one, and your favorite is the second one. Easiest to do numbers on this one because there's 5 of them. RDV, what do you say?
Wow. 2 is favorite. Let's see here. 1 is worse.
The 1 is the worst. All righty. Amy, what do you think?
I think my favorite is 1, 2, 3, 5. And
right.
Probably my least favorite is 2.
Okay. And I'm going to go that same exact because I love the robot. And I'm not a big fan of the panel cover. All righty. Going to the chat, though. Henry says the 9s. Gold Robot is the best, and the Firing Squad is the least. So that is number 2. And John says 5 is the best. 1 is the worst. And then we've got 9's best is 3. 2 is the worst. Alrighty. Next up, best Golden Robot. Worst is Giant Red Hand, says Ice Tops. Golden Robot. And number 4 is the, number 3 is the Giant Red Hand. Alrighty. I have been riding in a car with no heater in Florida since I came out of the womb. Yeah, if I was in Florida, I'd be okay with no heater. But I'm now in Indiana, and it sucks not to have a heater in 5-degree weather. 5 from Ethereal is the best. 1 is the worst. Alrighty, and then we have 5 and 3 from Joe. And Bad Comic Reviews is 3 is best, 4 is worst. All righties. 5 and 2 from Dark Admiral. All righty. Next up, we've got Best Golden Robot versus Soups, and worst is Giant Red Hand, says MK. And then we've got Steel saying 5 and 3. All righty, 5 and 3. Next up, we have Good Dog Press, 3 being the best, 2 is the worst. There we go. And we have I'm in Indiana too, North Vernon and Southern. We're in Muncie, John. MK just loves to be contrary to me, says Maranya. I think he would say no, he doesn't. All righty, so let me get this right around town with air conditioning on. Yeah. I wish I was in Florida. I really do. All right, let's ratio this shit. What do we got here? We've got 2 of them with no positives. One has 3 negatives, and one has 2.
No
with 3.
positives.
There you go. And the other one is number 4 at the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, which is the bubble. There we go. Then we have let's see, 2 positives, 6 negatives. Oh, that's even worse than the others. It's got positives, but I gotta put the second one. What was the second one?
That one?
Was it this one?
I think so. Do you want me to back it up?
Yes,
Nope.
yes, that is the second one.
That was the second one? Okay, yeah, actually that goes here. And then between these two, we had this here, and boom, there we go. All righty. And this is what we got, ladies and gentlemen. Number 12 is the Starfinger. Number 11 is Wildfire. Number 10, Superboy trying to axe himself. Number 9, 12, 11, 10. 9 is Superboy shooting off the gun. Shadow Pointer is number 8. Number 7 is Devilfish. Number 6 is Firing Squad. Number 5 is Vladimir Looming. Number 4 is Plasma Bubble. Number 3 is Colossal Hand. Number 2 is Robot. And the best of the bunch, Legion of Superheroes 197, the one we started the evening off with. And that's the one going to the bracket fights. England T, just a heads up, in the comment section of this video, I will leave a list of picks for RDV's idea, John Romita Sr. Okay, cool. And I'll put that into the the list for this season. Why it would be great if they stopped selling land to other countries? Yeah. I can see why. All right,
have we done Bob Lane Iron Man yet?
We've done Iron Man, but I don't think we've done that. Now, the poll, we had 30 votes, and thank you to everybody. Thank you everybody who tried us out for the first time and who took part of the vote. I certainly appreciate it. Birthday covers got 16%. Rat covers 20%. George Perez Avengers got 26%, and Dave Cockrum X-Men 36%. So that's what I'm adding to this season. From what I could see, this will be the last of the brackets for this season. Not the brackets, but the last of the polls for this season because we're filled. The last episode of this season is our 150th episode. So I'm going to be doing issue 150 for that evening.
Are you going to come on screen in a tuxedo with a top hat
that says 150?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. All right. Anywho, kids, there you go. Thank you very much for hanging out and looking at some Legion covers. I hope you enjoyed it. What do we got going on tomorrow there, Geeky Puppet Show?
Same thing I do every night. Try to take over the world.
All righty.
One reading at a time.
Yes. There's nothing going on except for maybe, I don't know if Graphic Man's doing anything. I haven't checked in a while. But nothing.
All right. Well, tomorrow for us here at 10:30, we're going to be doing a cover ranking of the Metal Men from the Silver Age 1 through 12. So that should be a lot of fun. So please join us for that. I didn't see the Wolfman tonight. We're seeing that on Thursday. Tonight we went and saw Nosferatu. Dalton and I haven't done our best and worst of the year for movies yet. I think it's going to be on Friday. on Friday for that. I know it's late, but hey, you know what you're gonna do. So I'm glad to have this little extra time to pick up some of the better stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the worst stuff purposefully. And I actually really liked Nosferatu. That was pretty good.
Awesome.
I enjoyed that. Yeah. All righty, kids. Thank you very much for hanging out. Don't forget to do all the clicking, the liking, the sharing. Go on if you don't mind helping out the family. This is the way I'm trying to make a living. Going over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on. Thank everybody who's already done that. To everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.